Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Scott Casey. My YouTube account is WillPhil1, and today I'm on the Wrestling Renegades 1 doing my WrestleMania 29 predictions, who I predict and think is going to win. Okay, let's begin with the predictions, shall we? And as you can see, little Chris, Chase Oliver 68, if you're watching, he'll be watching WrestleMania 29 with me as well. Okay, let's begin with the pre-show. We have Wade Barrett versus The Miz in a singles match for the Intercontinental Championship. I predict The Miz to win. I think The Miz is going to win the IC belt. But even though that Miz doesn't really need to be in the IC picture because he's more of a WWE champion, a World Heavyweight champion in my opinion, I predict The Miz. Now let's begin with WrestleMania 29. Little Chris obviously picks the Miz too. We have Tons of Funk, Brodus Clay and Tensai, and the Funk the Dactyls. Cameron and Naomi versus Team Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and the Balor Twins, Brie and Nikki Bella, in an 8-person mixed tag team match. I predict Team Rhodes Scholars and the Balor Twins. How about you, Little Chris? Little Chris predicts Tons of Funk and the Funk the Dactyls. Next we have Chris Jericho versus Fandango. I predict Chris Jericho. I think Chris Jericho is going to win, and Little Chris, of course, predicts Fandango. Next, we have Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler and Biggie Langston with AJ Lee in a tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Now, I predict Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston, and Little Chris predicts Team Hell No. In my opinion, Dolph Ziggler doesn't really need to be in this match because he really needs to cash in his Money in the Bank, which I'll get to later. But yeah, I predict Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. Next we have Ryback versus Mark Henry. I predict Mark Henry to win this match, and while Little Chris predicts Ryback. Yeah, and next we have Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show versus The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in a 6-man tag match. I predict The Shield because I think Randy Orton is finally going to turn heel. I mean, Randy Orton's been wanting to turn heel for such a long time now, but Vince McMahon said he's not ready yet. But I think Randy Orton should turn heel, so I predict The Shield, and Little Chris predicts The Shield as well. Next we have Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels in a no-holds barred. If Triple H loses, he must retire. I predict Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar is going to somehow, some way win this match. Of course, Little Chris picks Triple H. That's many other people's predictions, but in my opinion, I predict Brock Lesnar. But we all know Triple H isn't going to retire. Next, we have The Undertaker versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in a singles match. I predict The Undertaker. I think The Undertaker is going to win this match, and so does Little Chris. 21-0. In my opinion, the streak will never die. Next, we have Alberto Del Rio with Ricardo Rodriguez versus Jack Swagger with Seb Coulter in a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I predict Jack Swagger. I think Jack Swagger is going to win this match. Little Chris, who do you pick? Little Chris picks Alberto Del Rio. And we both think that Dolph Ziggler is going to come in and finally cash in his Money in the Bank because that's been held up way too long in my opinion. And Dolph Ziggler needs to cash in his Money in the Bank. Then we have The Rock versus John Cena in a singles match for the WWE Championship. I predict John Cena, even though I don't want John Cena to win. I predict John Cena. And Little Chris, of course, predicts The Rock. Now, 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, former vice executive vice president of talent relations and former one SmackDown general manager John Laurinaitis made his return, and he said 2 weeks ago that he wants to be in the Rock's corner. Of course, John Laurinaitis ended up getting a spine buster and people's elbow. Now, many people are thinking that this would lead to a John Cena heel turn, but apparently John Cena, unfortunately, has put his heel turn rumors to rest, which sucks because I really wanted John Cena to turn heel, but obviously that's not going to happen. So unless WWE surprises us. But yes, I predict John Cena, and so does Little Chris. So here we go. So here's the predictions once again. The team Tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls versus Team World Scholars and the Battle Twins. I predict Team World Scholars and the Battle Twins. Little Chris picks Tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. I predict Chris Jericho. Little Chris predicts Fandango. Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels. I predict Triple H. I predict Brock Lesnar. Little Chris predicts Triple H. Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. I predict Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. Little Chris predicts Team Hell No. Ryback versus Mark Henry. I predict Mark Henry. Little Chris predicts Ryback. Sheamus, Randy Orton, and the Big Show versus The Shield. We both predict The Shield. The Undertaker versus CM Punk. We both predict The Undertaker. Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger in a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I predict Jack Swagger. And Little Chris predicts Alberto Del Rio. We both see Dolph Ziggler coming in and cashing in his Money in the Bank. The Rock versus John Cena. We both predict John Cena. So anyway, comment down below and inbox me and tell me tell me your predictions. And where do you think John Laurinaitis plays in the John Cena versus The Rock match? I mean, Preston, Jacob, Michael Minor. I would like to hear your thoughts. Where do you think John Laurinaitis fits now? This. Anyway, comment down below or inbox me and tell me your predictions, and if you want, tell me where you think John Laurinaitis fits now. In this WWE Championship match between The Rock and John Cena. Anyway, subscribe to Wrestling Renegades 1. Subscribe to my other channel, Will Phil #1. Subscribe to Kilbrick's Wrestling Show 56. Subscribe to Godzilla Hawk. Subscribe to Michael Minor. Subscribe to the Wrestling Goose. Subscribe to the Wrestling Goose Societies for all your Wrestling Goose Society videos. Subscribe to Joe the Show is Back. Subscribe to Chase Oliver 68. Subscribe to Mr. Out. And subscribe to Bears All the Way 12. Do not subscribe to Cameron 9077. He trolled me. And he's trolled many other Attitude Era fans. Anyway, you stay classy, YouTube viewers. Live long and prosper, and peace out.